Let's do this. All right. Good evening. My name is Niger Chambers. I'm from Big O Bell Media. Scott, it's an honor to talk to you today. Your new project, Hollywood Con Queen, which all three parts of this docuseries are premiering on Apple TV Plus May 8th. Congratulations. How you doing today?
Thanks so much. I'm doing well. Thanks so much for having me. I appreciate your interest.
Absolutely. First, I wanted to start off by asking, how are you doing? And I meant that more like a mental health capacity. How are you doing after the completion of this project?
I appreciate your concern. I'm doing well. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I think people are gonna be excited about this doc. I certainly am, and so I'm doing well. Thanks.
Absolutely. I gotta say about watching this, I admire you. You're definitely, as we sometimes like to say, you're a person I can grab a cup of coffee with or beer, whatever it may be. Because throughout all of this journey, I thought it was super responsible, especially as a person who wants to see humanity move in the right direction, that you even took a moment to want to almost ensure that Harvey or Gavin, wherever we're going to call him today, was going to have proper due justice, and you wanted to question his mental health capacity, and obviously you talked to a psychiatrist in the UK who kind of educated you a little bit about his approach here. For you, in that very moment, you have been through so much. You talked about at times where you just wish he was in jail because you just wanted rest. You retired, your family, the worry of it, the travel, all this other stuff. At that moment when you decided to still almost look back and almost want to ensure his proper, handling, talk me through that.
Well, I mean, we're all human beings at the end of the day, and I certainly didn't want to do anything that would, uh, that would harm him or that would sort of place on me the responsibility for something bad happening to him. I don't think anybody. I don't know. I didn't want that for him. I don't
Yeah.
and I didn't want that for myself. And also it's my responsibility as a journalist to try to understand the truth wherever that may lead. So if I was to learn about mitigating factors, or if there was something that had happened to him, that would help explain some of this, then I wanted to know that. I wanted to hear it. And if there was something he wanted to tell me, well, then I wanted to listen. And that
Yeah.
was my job. And I think it's the right thing to do.
That level of empathy is beautiful. I mean, there's 509 victims, which obviously, that was your priority and focus outside of the justice and ethical practices of being a journalist here, and $2 million lost. And to still be able to take a moment to say, I want to make sure he's okay. I thought it was honestly the most emotional part for me in this three series. I just couldn't imagine somebody doing that. And again, I think, which is why so much success is not only here now for you, but to come. With your
Thank you.
family, with your family, having that background with your dad and his work, do you think that all prepared you for this big moment?
Well, I think perhaps to a certain extent. I mean, I've spent my life trying to understand other people, other situations, other cultures as a journalist. And my father, you alluded to him. He was a spy for the CIA, which is a unique and interesting and different way to grow up. So I was raised with perhaps a different set of parameters than most people. And I think I probably became interested in notions, ideas around deception and manipulation and identity and the masks that we wear to shield ourselves from other people, or to not be seen or be seen, as the case may be. Um, and all of those themes were present in this scam and in this person. And so that attracted me, and perhaps I think also made it easier for me to find my way through that, those labyrinths
Yeah.
of intrigue to the person. to the actual person.
Yeah. I'm sure you heard of the story, the Tinder swindler.
I have, yeah.
Just quick reaction to that.
Well, I've heard of it. I haven't actually seen it, uh, but I know it's a scam, and I know it also uses technology. I guess in this case, Tinder.
Tinder.
But sorry, I just don't know much more than that.
Yes, it's just like when you and your team spoke so much about how unique this was, and hopefully you would never have to rendezvous with a particular story like this again. And as a consumer, you're like, well, we just seen this with the Tinder swindler, so this makes you so much more aware of the different things in the world that are happening, and how cybersecurity is such an important factor, but also identity theft is such a prominent thing throughout the entire world.
Yeah, I think that's right, and I think that we've seen scams before that use technology to great advantage, and I'm certain that we will see more in the years to come, especially with AI and all the other advances in technology. And I think in a way, it's what makes this scam so unique is that it feels sort of simultaneously very advanced and sophisticated because it's using technology and identity and social media to quite well. But it also feels sort of anachronistic and old school because it's not using AI, it's using people skills, that long lost art of the telephone. I mean, it feels very analog in some ways, and I think that's going to be a delight for people to sort of think about that, maybe a conversation starter.
Last question for you. Who do you think you represent to Harvey? As a viewer, I saw you a little bit of as an outlet, and maybe even an attraction because you were there to listen, and that connection. This is a person who had wanted community but has burnt every bridge they've ever opportunity they had. So who do you think you represented for him?
Yeah, that's a really great question, and I wish I had a pat answer, and I don't know that I do. I think there were times when I was somebody who listened. Maybe there were times when he saw me as a friend. He said something quite touching to me once, which is that he said, "I wish we could have met under other circumstances
Yeah.
where I wasn't your subject." But rather, just somebody that you could be friends with. And, despite my overall misgivings about his actions and my critiques of everything that he did, it's hard not to feel touched by somebody reaching out and wanting a human connection, however you know badly they behaved. So that kind of stuck with me.
Yeah, the Joker comparison was right on point. But Scott, you're a beautiful soul, and congratulations on this project. Thank you so much for your time. And folks, you can check out Hollywood Con Queen coming to Apple TV Plus May 8th. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your interest. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Investigative.